Yo, what's going on with y'all boys, man? So today, I'm back with more spoilers for One Piece. Full spoilers for chapter 1099 of One Piece. Now let's go ahead and get into it. Let's not waste any time. I cannot read it like that. Okay, so the summary of the chapter by myself. This chapter is 17 pages long, and this chapter will be 100% finished this time. Good. This chapter is titled Pacifist. Reader request cover for this chapter is three Tanukis are sitting on are setting on Odin's hair. The chapter starts where the last one left off. King Bakori heard the news about what the King of Gold Kingdom did there, burned down the Grey Terminal. So he's doing now the same in Sorbet Kingdom, burning down villages and shooting people who protest. Kuma couldn't stand it anymore, of course, so he destroyed the palace and defeated King Bakori. Good. This event was later called the One-Man Revolution of Sorbet. Short after that, in Marijois, Saint Saturn heard the news that there's a new king at Sorbet Kingdom. Kuma couldn't refuse the people's demands, so he became the king of the Sorbet Kingdom. However, he still lived in a church, and the one who actually ran Sorbet Kingdom was King Bulldog, who was the king 2 generations ago. One day, Bonnie ate the Toshi Toshi no Mi by accident. We can't see when she ate it or why the fruit was in the Sorbet Kingdom, and she turned into her adult form, the same form that she uses nowadays. Everyone was shocked, thinking she was Jenny. King Bulldog visited the church with his mother Connie. Bonnie tried protesting her transformation while she looked at Connie. So her old form becomes very similar to Connie. There's a gag scene in this part, with everyone keeps mistaking them for one another. King Bulldog brought bad news to Kuma, former King Bakori, who escaped yet again. Oh, so he didn't kill him. Of course, I mean, I should have expected that. He escaped yet again, but now the world government is on his side. The news came out that Kuma had overthrown him for power, and he was now on the evil ruler of the Sorbet Kingdom. So the Marines will lend their forces to Bakori to take Sorbet Kingdom back. King Kuma decided to take care of Bakori for good, but he won't be able to remain in Sorbet Kingdom after that. Kuma entrusted Sorbet Kingdom to Bulldog. He will take Bonnie to live with him in the castle, and they will make sure Bonnie won't touch natural light again. Kuma then went out to see Bakori face to face. Bakori was accompanied by a marine fleet in the middle of the sea. Bakori says, kill him, he's the tyrant that took the kingdom from me. Fuck this nigga. Fuck this nigga. Kuma sank all ships by himself. We can't see if Bakori is dead or not. I hope he's dead. Please pray to God. Pray to God. Pray. No. Kuma really is that guy, nigga. He took them all down by himself. He's him. He's that guy. After this incident, Kuma fled to the sea and became a pirate. He had many evil nicknames and a very high bounty due to his strength. We don't see his bounty in this chapter, though. Meanwhile, Bonnie was living under Connie's care in the Sorbet Kingdom castle. Bonnie says, when I turn 10, I will become a pirate just like Dad. Well, that actually ended up happening. Kuma traveled around the world searching for a cure for Bonnie's disease. He visited all islands where he sent the Straw Hat crew. He visited all the islands where he sent the Straw Hat crew during the Sabayoni incident. He talked with people of Torino Kingdom, the scientists from Weatheria, with Heracles in the Bone Archipelago. Even Abdullah and Jeet tried to get Kuma's bounty, but Kuma destroyed their ships. Finally, Kuma reunited with Dragon and the Wind Gernma ship in the middle of the sea. All current revolutionary commanders were on the ship except Sabo and Koala. Dragon told Kuma that Ivankov and Inazuma were both captured and sent to prison. No more details about this. Meanwhile, Kuma had become a king, a tyrant, and now a pirate. Bolo Betty asked something to Kuma. What? I want to become the commander of the East Army, but Dragon will not give that position to anyone unless you allow it. You allow it. You allows it. You allows it. You allow it. Kuma says, so a woman with a bad mouth will become a commander? Fine by me. Dragon talked to Kuma about Vegapunk. Dragon said he never recommended Vegapunk to Kuma, since it's impossible to meet Vegapunk while he's in Punk Hazard. However, an incident just happened at Punk Hazard, the huge explosion by Caesar Clown. and Vegapunk had to move his laboratory. Dragon says the defense of the new laboratory is still weak, so you should go and meet him now. Kuma says, thanks, Dragon. If I manage to cure Bonnie, I would like to fight alongside you again. Dragon says, just leave fate to the blow of wind, my friend. Cut back to Bonnie. She's learning to fight and can even defeat an adult in hand-to-hand combat, even when she's training in her child form. Kuma arrived at Sorbet Kingdom to meet with Bonnie. Kuma bought Bonnie in a box to Egghead Island, which was still a winter island. They meet Vegapunk, whose head was still big. Bonnie played with Sentomaru while Vegapunk and Kuma talked. Vegapunk said to Kuma that it was possible to cure Bonnie's disease. He will use a new technology of cell transplanted that wasn't used yet in any regular hospital, but the cost will be very high. Just like creating a cyborg. Vegapunk tested Kuma's blood and was shocked when he discovered Kuma was a buccaneer. A buccaneer. Hope I said it right. Hope I said his race right. Vegapunk asks why Kuma came to meet a government man like him. Kuma said he trusts Dragon. Kuma asked Vegapunk how was his blood different from human blood. Vegapunk said there wasn't enough samples to come up with a clear explanation. Vegapunk says, Kuma, become a host of the clone army I'm planning to create, and I will cure Bonnie for free. Kuma says, I'll accept any condition for Bonnie, but what your clones will do. But what will your clones do? Vegapunk says, they will become Marines. I'll make them shoot laser beams to defeat evil pirates and have strong bodies to be used as a shield for innocent people. Cut to Marijua, we see that Saint Saturn is actually listening to their entire conversation. He's listening. Saturn says that Vegapunk has no idea how to utilize this chance. I have another idea. Dot dot dot. Back to Egghead. Egghead. Kuma and Vegapunk are still talking. Kuma says, "At first, I plan to accept any condition, even if you've been a demon. But if your clones can save the lives of people, maybe this is the purpose of why I was born." Vegapunk says, "You are such a saint." Kuma says, "No, I am just a pacifista." Exclamation point, exclamation point. Kuma uses Japanese words. You see the Japanese words right there with pacifista and katakana. Vegapunk says, I like that word. Let's use it to call the words of the future that we will create. End of the chapter. There is no break next week. Okay. So basically this chapter continues on where last one left off. We're gonna see Kuma become, the soulless person he is today. We're gonna see him, how he became the face of all the pacifistas. We're gonna see all that next chapter. It seems like we're getting the what's the word? We're getting the lead into that. We're gonna see Bonnie be cured, all that stuff. So I'm gonna give my full thoughts when the chapter comes out, of course. And yeah, I know chapter 10, no, what's it called? 1100. Chapter 1100 is gonna be a big one. I've been hearing rumblings about it for a long time now. From this spoiler page, I've been seeing a lot of rumblings about it. It's just gonna be big, so can't wait for that. There's no break next week, so I will be reporting those spoilers too when they come out next week. But yeah, it's all from me, and I'll see you on the next one. The chapter should be coming out today, so I will review that when it comes. But yeah, that's all from me.